So we're talking about the anarthas, how they are covering the living entity and how can we get rid of them and attain the devotional service to Lord. Yesterday we spoke about Sarupa Brahm and we could discussing about this anarthas. Actually, when the Jiva manifested from Tatastha Shakti, the soul has already a dharma. Dharma means nature, swabhav. Just like, for example, the water. The water is the union of hydrogen and oxygen. When the molecule water is formed, already it has a inherent property of taralata, liquid. Water is liquid and also going down. Whatever recipients the water is in it, automatically gets that shape. And the surface of the water, how is it? It's like completely homogeneous. The surface of the water is completely same. So he's talking about the nature of the soul. But when this soul, by any reason, sometimes the water becomes solid by some reason. For example, if the temperature changes. If the temperature changes, then the water becomes ice. If the temperature is minus degree. You don't call water anymore, you call another name, you say ice. But inside the ice is water itself, just the name is different. But also the nature changes. First was liquid, but because it's ice now, nature is to be hard. If you again put this ice in the high temperature, the ice will melt and come back to his previous state. That's why Bhaktivinoda Thakur says there is the Nitya Swabhav and the Mitik Swabhav, temporary nature, eternal nature. Nitya Swabhav, eternal nature. But because of the condition now, we have this temporary nature. So in the same way, when the soul manifests from Tatastha Shakti, what is the eternal nature of the soul? To serve Krishna. This is the dharma, the nature of the soul, to serve to Krishna. Because we come to this material world, by the influence of Maya, we are not following our Nitya Swabhav, eternal nature, but our temporary nature. And we are the servants of lust and anger in this material world. And we are getting beaten up by Maya. Maya is beating us in this material world. And then we are suffering in this material world. Just like wandering for unlimited time in this material world, we come to the Sadhu Vaidya, means the doctor Sadhu. This Sadhu Vaidya, this doctor Sadhu, means the Sadhu which is a doctor, gives us instructions. If we follow the instructions, slowly, slowly we'll be able to. Maya will give us up. If you chant the mantra, the witch will go away. Maya is like a witch. We, the jivas, are in this material world, beating up by lust and anger. Just like the police is like hitting everyone with that stick. In the same way, the jivas in this world, they are also punished by Maya. They are chastised by Maya. They are beaten up by Maya. In the past, how did the kings give punishment? They took one big bamboo stick, 15 or 20 meters bamboo, and bind one rope in the bamboo. The kings in the past, and they used to bind the aparadis, the kings in the past, and then they used to drown the person in the water. The person was hanging in the bamboo, right? So they were like drowning the person in the water. When the person was about to die without breath, again raise him up. Then a little bit after, again drown him in the water. So they did this like 15, 20, 25 times, almost killing, drowning the person, and then again give air, again almost killed. So in the same way, Maya is giving punishment to the living entities. Sometimes the Maya gives us money and wealth. Sometimes she takes everything from us, takes this money away. Sometimes she makes you poor, sometimes she makes you rich, Maya. But wander in this material world, when the jiva comes to this sadhu doctor, then this sadhu, which is like a doctor, the jiva gets the mantra from him. If the jiva chants the mantra and follow everything, then this witch of Maya will run away. So this sloka says, so by chanting the mantra, slowly, the sadhaka will have a realization of his swarup. I'm not this body. I'm not a Brahman, I'm not a Kshatriya. I'm not also Vaishya Shudra. I'm also not man, also not woman. Because actually this body has its identity of being man or woman. I'm not brahmachari, grihastha, also not, I'm not. Who am I? We're the servants of the servants of Krishna, the beloveds of the gopis. So by chanting the mantra and other practice slowly, then we have the realization of our spiritual form. Yesterday we were listening. Bhaktivinoda Thakur is explaining, just like the Badaji conditioned soul, we from material senses She accepts the jiva, but the jiva accepts form, taste, sound, touch, and smell in this material world. In the same way, the jiva, with her transcendental senses, accepts aprakrita rasa, means transcendental taste. When she has the realization come. Then with the transcendental eyes, the soul has eyes. With these eyes, the jiva can see the beautiful form of Lord. Now, actually, we are not having the darshan of Bhagavan. We say, we'll have the darshan of Bhagavan we are having, but no. Bhagavan is giving the darshan to us, actually. God is giving the darshan to us. Why? Because our senses are material. With material senses, we cannot see. How will we have the darshan of the transcendental form of Lord with material senses? With material senses, even with our material intelligence, also we'll have this material moods. For example, the stone is this deity stone or is wood. We'll have this conception. This deity is wood or metal or stone. So that's why I say Prabhu will be merciful and gives us the darshan. Must the Acharya say, if you want to have the darshan of Transcendental Thakurji, how? You have to have darshan with your ears. With your ears you can have the darshan of Transcendental Thakurji. Yes. How? If you listen about the pastimes, the form, qualities of Lord from the mouth of the lotus mouth of pure devotees. Through your ears, you can have the darshan of Lord. Means if you listen about the please speak lower. So this is my chanting mantra, holy names, slowly, the transcendental senses of the soul will manifest. Just like the touchstone. To the touchstone, the iron becomes gold. So in the same way, if you receive the mantra received by this bona fide Guru, your heart, your senses will become aprakrita but like transcendental. Understand? In this moment you think you're seeing Bhagavan with your eyes, but actually it's not with these eyes. You're seeing him with transcendental eyes. This shloka explains the Shakale. When we take Diksha, what does Bhagavan do? Accepts us like his. Who gave you Diksha? The Guru. But actually, connected to whom? To Krishna. In time of Diksha, when the disciples surrender to the lotus feet of Guru, what does Krishna do? Krishna takes the devotee just like his. Means all the qualities of Krishna come in the heart of the devotee. Except for the four qualities of Krishna, all of the qualities manifest. So with the transcendental senses, transcendental body, then the sadhaka can serve the Lord. Com o corpo transcendental, a pessoa então consegue How is Bhagavan's service transcendental, only with transcendental senses? Not even to chant holy names of Lords. With material tongue, we cannot do that. How are the senses of Badajiva are material, our tongue is material. How to chant holy names of Lord with a material tongue? When the Sevamukh Vritti will come. What is this? You have the tendency and the desire to serve the Lord. Then in this moment, all our senses, they become aprakritabhat, like transcendental. And with these transcendental senses, then we'll be able to descend and speak glories of Lord, His pastimes, everything. Sevamukh Vritti, the desire to serve. That's why I say, don't chant holy names, serve holy names. Don't chant holy names, serve holy names. We use this word seva. Say, serve holy names. The Vaishnava language is always like that. A linguagem dos Vaishnavas sempre fala assim. First I say, don't chant holy names. People think, oh, you're saying me not to chant holy names. No, I mean you have to serve holy names. Nam seva. Não, que você tem que servir o santo nome. By the causeless mercy of Lord, your senses will become transcendental. And with these transcendental senses, you can serve to Bhagavan. Example is given. It's like the touchstone. touches the iron and makes the iron become gold. So in the same way, Bhagavan has this potency, and the mantra also has this potency. So the Shuddha Swarupa, pure form of the soul, means the transcendental senses and body of the soul, her legs, nose, eyes. With these transcendental limbs and body, Jiva can see the Lord. She will have the darshan of the beautiful form of Lord. Just like the disciple of Ramanujacharya, Dhanurdhar, called Dhanurdhar. What is this name, Dhanurdhar? He was an alcoholic person before. And also used to stay with women also, always. He had one girlfriend. She was very beautiful. Wherever he used to go, he used to even walk like giving back, like walking in reward, andando de costas, because he wanted to keep looking to his girlfriend, So he just wanted to walk, seeing her face. That's why he was walking, giving the back towards the front, holding the hand of his girlfriend and not looking in front, forward, looking behind to his girlfriend's face. He had so much attachment, Shakti, to her. One day, Dhanurdhar, he was drunk and he came to the temple. And the temple door was closed. So he was leaning his back leaning his back in the temple door. Leaning his back on the temple door, altar door, and just talking and laughing with his girlfriend. And in this moment, I observed it was time to open the door of the altar. Shastra says, it's offense to sit giving your back to Thakurji. So how the Pujari opened the door? And this Dhanurdhar was such a wicked person at that time. If you speak anything against him, he can even beat you up. He was a very violent person. He was very powerful, strong, and also wicked. So who would tell him, please sit a little bit to the side because we want to open the altar door? Who would say this to him? So the disciple of Ramanujacharya told to Ramanujacharya, Gurudeva, this situation, there's this drunk person and he's a violent person, criminal. He's giving the back to the Thakurji. How can I open the altar? Ramanujacharya came. He said, son, can I tell you one thing? What would tell me? He didn't have faith in the saints, He was very big, like body, strong and tall and big, like Bombadli. If Ramanujacharya said anything, he could even lift up the Ramanujacharya, put him in the side. But Ramanujacharya, very polite words, he said, oh son, look, now it's time to open the door of Thakurji. Have some darshan of Thakurji. What is your Thakurji? Just some stone? Dhanurdhar said, you see my girlfriend? Dhanurdhar said, She's so beautiful. Her eyes, her ears, her smile. Lipstick. She has a beautiful lipstick on her lips. So beautiful. But what do you want me to see? Your stone? The stone has something special? The stone doesn't walk, doesn't move, doesn't smile, anything. What is the stone? Ramanacharya said, okay. So, if this date is more beautiful than your beloved, your girlfriend, what are you gonna do? So Dhanurdhar said, I give you my word. If the date is more beautiful than my girlfriend, I will give her up and I'll become your servant. Ramanacharya said, okay, so look a little bit to the Thakurji. Turn and look. Then Dhanurdhar, he turns. When they opened the door of the temple, Ramanacharya also put like the hand on the top of the head of Dhanurdhar. So by seeing the beautiful form of the deity, Dhanurdhar fainted. He fainted. And he was crying. After some time, when he became conscious again, he took hold of the feet of Ramanacharya and he was crying. Oh, great saint. I give you my word, this is true. Now I'm your servant. Now. This is called Guru Kripa, mercy of Guru. So in the story of Ramanacharya, we can see that Dhanurdhar, he gave up everything to lotus feet of Ramanacharya and said, Gurudev, whatever you say, I will do. I don't want to have a wife. Ramanacharya said, no, do one thing. Give up this girlfriend thing. You have to follow the married life, legally married life. Married to her. Follow this family life. But do bhajan of Bhagavan. So from that day on, Dhanurdhar, he got married to the girlfriend, to his girlfriend, and he was living near the temple of Ramanujacharya. And every day he used to come to Ramanacharya to listen to Harikatha. And Ramanacharya used to go take a bath. He was going to take a bath in the Ganga, holding supporting himself in the shoulder of the Brahmana boys. And coming back from taking shower, he was supporting himself, like walking, supporting his body on the shoulder of Dhanurdhar. The Brahmana boys, they were saying, we are Brahmana boys. When Gurudev is going to take shower, bath in the Ganga, he's holding our shoulder. But when he comes back, he's supporting himself in the shoulder of this Shudra Dhanurdhar. And he loves more him than us. Why? So this complaint came to the ears of Ramanacharya. What did Ramanacharya do? He told to one of his servants, one confidential servant he had, told to the servants, listen, Do one thing today. All the Brahmana boys in our ashram, call all of them and gave one copy means? Which one? Copy. Tanga. For down. And then one like loincloth to each one of them. Vamos chamar tanga assim, pano de tanga assim. Okay, so the Ramanacharya told to his servant, give one new cloth for each of them. And then the Brahmana boys went to take shower, bath in the Ganga. But the Ramanacharya told to his disciple, that confidential disciple, dear disciple, one thing, they're taking shower in the Ganga. I give that cloth to them and mix up their cloth. Mix them cloths up, their cloths up. So when the Brahmana boys came back from the Ganga Snan, they started even beating up each other and discussing, quarreling to each other. This cloth Gurudev gave to me. Why you took my cloth? No, but this is mine. Why did you take? It's in your stuff. For a small piece of cloth, these Brahmana boys, they were even beating each other. Then they came to complain to Gurudev. Gurudev, you gave it to me this cloth and he took and this and that. Ramanacharya didn't say anything. Ramanacharya said, sons, don't worry, disciples, don't worry. No, not important, this subject, the cloth. In the evening time, Ramanacharya was speaking Harikatha to the Nurdar, and also he called all those Brahmana boys. He told them one thing. Ramanacharya said very softly, and no one could hear, and said, there's so much wealth in the house of the Nurdar. And you see, he's now with me, only his wife is in the house. So open the back door of his house and take all his wealth and bring here to the ashram. The Brahmana boys, 9 p.m. or 10 p.m. They went to the house of the Nurdar. They saw that his wife was sleeping. The Brahmana boys, they opened the door and they took all the wealth. Even the ornaments, like the bangles of the wife, they took also from one of her wrists. They took, but when they were going to take from the other hand, she moved, and she was sleeping on she moved, and they thought, oh, she's gonna wake up, so they left. They took everything except for the ornaments of one of her wrists. And they told Gurudev, we found your instruction, we took everything from his house. And the Ramanacharya told to the Nurdar, maybe some dacoit can come to your house. It's very late, your wife is alone in the house. That's why you should not stay until midnight, go back to your house. Ramanacharya told to the Nurdar disciple. So the Nurdar came back from Harikatha, entered in his house. And then Ramanacharya told to his Brahmana disciples, go in the back door and listen to the conversation between the Nurdar and his wife. When the Nurdar came in the house, his wife started crying. The Nurdar said, what happened? Why are you crying? She said, today all our God brothers, they came and took all the wealth from our house. They took away our God brothers. I was a little bit pretending I was sleeping. Even they took the ornaments from one of my arms. The Nurda said, but why are you crying? What is the problem? What is the difference between Gurudev ashram and our ashram? Everything belongs to Gurudev. It's just like changing things from one room to the other inside the same house. It's the same. What happened? Everything belongs to Gurudev. Everything belongs to Lord. Why are you crying? Everything belongs to him. It's his desire to take. It was with us. Now he took it and kept it in his room, in his ashram. What is the problem? So the wife said, I'm not crying for that. The God brothers, they took the ornaments from our left arm, but not from the other arm. Why? Because when they were taking everything from the house, I saw and said no problem. And even, but when they were taking from one arm, I little bit put my a little bit moved to the other side so that they could take actually these bangles from the other arm. But they were thinking I was waking up. I was actually already awake. I was just like pretending and sleeping. So that's why these ornaments from my right arm could not be used in Gurudev's service. That's why I'm crying. Understand? Then the Nurda said, don't worry. Let's bring all these other elements now. Give to me. Just now I'll go to Gurudev's ashram and bring that, take that. So all the Brahmana boys. So the Nurda brought the right arm ornaments of his wife to Gurudev. Said, Gurudev, my wife sent this. Ramanacharya told to the Brahmana boys. Did you understand? Yesterday, I gave a small piece of cloth for you. And for that cloth, you guys, you quarreled so much. This is mine, this is yours. But you see how this couple is so surrendered. Then all the Brahmana boys, they became ashamed. And they thought, yes, when Gurudeva goes to Ganga Snan, he goes supporting the shoulder of the Brahmana boys. But when he's come back from the Snan, from the shower in the Ganga, he's holding himself in the shoulder of the Nurda. He's a surrendered soul. So all these stories of life of Ramanacharya, there are many teachings in these things. Many teachings in the story of Ramanacharya. So I was saying how the Nurda had a darshan of Bhagavan by the causeless mercy of his Gurudev. He got actually transcendental eyes, and then he had darshan of Lord. With material eyes, you cannot have darshan. How beautiful is the deity and all, but actually are having material conception of Thakurji. But when you get the mercy of Guru Vaishnava, with the transcendental senses, then when you have the darshan of Bhagavan with your transcendental eyes, you feel so much bliss. Who can describe? That's why it is said, the gopis say in Bhagavatam, what is the fruit of having eyes? The fruit of having eyes is to be able to see the beautiful form of Govinda. If you didn't see Bhagavan with your eyes are in vain. Useless having the eyes, it's in vain. Your eyes are just like in the peacock feather. There is also some eye shape, in the peacock feather. The design of the peacock feather has also one shape, looks like an eye. Have you seen? So if you don't use your eyes for seeing Krishna, your eyes are just like this. If you don't use your eyes to see Bhagavan, it's like in vain. When Krishna used to go for cow herd with his friends, Subhal Sridham Madhumangala, Stoka Krishna Lavanga, Arjun and other friends of Vraja. When Krishna used to go, Krishna used to go holding himself on the shoulder of his friends. And the Vanamala garland was like on the neck of Krishna, going to one side to the other side. The garland was moving. And Krishna had one flute in his hand. So beautiful. Sometimes Krishna puts his flute on his waist, sometimes on his hand, sometimes on his lotus mouth, and he plays the flute. And how does he have? How Krishna has the beautiful curling hair. So in Gopi Gita, Shukadeva Goswami in the Shloka is saying to Maharaj Parikshit, when Krishna was going for grazing the cows and was returning from the grazing the cows, from the cow grazing, or when Krishna also, he was also going for cow grazing with his friends and cows. How was the beautiful form of Krishna when he was going or coming back? At that moment the beauty of Krishna was so much. How can I describe? One Saki is telling to another Saki. Just the obstacle of having to blink the eyes for the gopis. This is enough for them to complain about Brahma. They say, you're creator. No, Brahma, he's the creator. So the gopis complain to Brahma. Brahma, you should die. you should die. Die, Brahma. You don't have rasa again, knowledge of rasa. Because you created this beautiful form of our beloved Krishna. How is beautiful curling hair. How is his beautiful nose. And his face. You manifested such a beautiful form in this world. But we cannot have this darshan or see this form. With only 2 eyes, which darshan can we have? Okay, no problem. Okay, let's see with 2 eyes. But also you put on the eyes, you put this eyelids. This eyelids is too much obstacle. That's why the gopis say, Brahma, you should die. Brahma, you creator, you should die. Die, Brahma. And then another Brahma, the next Brahma, he'll make the different creation. He'll give us thousands of eyes, first of all. Not only 2 eyes. He'll give us thousands of eyes. And eyes without eyelids. All of these 1,000 eyes will be without eyelids. Then we have the beautiful form of Krishna. And also the gopis are saying, when Krishna is going or returning from the cowberries, when he goes walking behind the cows, you know this dust coming from the hoof of the cows, and this dust coming from their hoof come and is staying like a powder on the face of Krishna. How is this face of Krishna? It's just like a blossomed lotus. And this dust from the hoof of the cows looks like pollen of the lotus flower on Krishna's face. Paraga means pollen. The powder the flowers have inside. At the moment, the curly hair of Krishna was so beautiful, and it was like covering the face of Krishna, his curling hair, and at the moment looks like that it's not the curling hair of Krishna that is covering his face. It doesn't look like hair. Looks like black bumblebees, which are like these bumblebees, these black bees. They are tasting this pollen and this nectar of the flower of the face of Krishna, like his lotus face. So by far gopis are thinking this black hair on Krishna's face actually is a black bumblebee, which wants to relish the fragrance, the beauty, and the pollen of lotus face of Krishna. That's why you can also not have the darshan of the complete face of Krishna. You cannot see his face completely. This means the gopis are having so much eagerness to have the darshan of Krishna. And they feel the waves of bliss in their hearts. So much bliss in Govinda darshan. What is the meaning? With our transcendental eyes, you can have the darshan of Krishna. The jiva has its transcendental eyes. Your soul has its senses and body, nose, eyes, ears. If you realize a little bit all this, you become crazy. It's like yesterday we were listening about the son of Brahma, Chatushan, the four Kumaras, sons of Brahma. They learned all the knowledge from Brahmaji. After studying with him, Brahmaji told them, go, because your study has finished. You should enter Grihastha ashram, and you should help in the creation of like a population, increasing the population. Should get married, have babies, sons and daughters, and family life. The four Kumaras said, "Oh Father, please tell us how many Vanas and how many ashrams are there. Please tell us very nicely, in details." And then Brahmaji, he starts explaining about Vana and ashram. How there are 4 Vanas and 4 ashrams. Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, Brahmacharya, Grihastha, Vanaprastha, Sannyas. After that, the 4 Kumaras ask, "Oh, our Father, please tell which ashram is the topmost elevated. Please tell us without duplicity. Don't cheat us. Tell us. Don't be false. Please tell us honestly." Then Brahmaji told, "Okay, I'll tell honestly. I'll not lie. Sannyasa não ser assim, mano. Mean the sannyas dharma is the topmost. The grihastas are like the thighs of Lord. Sannyas are like the head of Lord. Grihastas are like thighs, kosha. The brahmacharis are like the heart of Lord. The vanaprastha are like the throat of Lord. And the sannyasis are the head of Lord. So the sannyasis are, the head is superior. Listening to that, the 4 Kumaras said, "Oh Father, so we want to take sannyas." Saying like that, the 4 Kumaras, they left Brahmaji and they started meditating in Nirvishesha Brahma. Brahmaji saw they took sannyas and they went to merge in Nirvishesha Brahma. If one time they go to Nirvishesha Brahma, they cannot come back, very difficult. This is called spiritual suicide. If you merge in Brahma, it's also called Atma Ghati. You're giving up this possibility to know about the form of your soul and wants to be a stone, just like merging in Brahma. You cannot become Brahma. Just like if you throw one stone in the water, the stone will never turn into water. The stone will be there, like just in the water. So in the same way, those who want to merge in Brahma, they become like powerless there, unconscious in Brahma. They don't do anything there. Conception of Brahmacharya. So what did he do? Brahma prayed to Vishnu. Hey Prabhu, my 4 sons, they want to merge in Nirvishesha. So please, I don't want them to go in this direction. Brahma prayed to Vishnu. In that moment, the 4 Kumaras, they were meditating to merge in Brahma. So Brahmaji prayed to Vishnu. So Vishnu, he sent this fragrance of the tulsi offered to his lotus feet. Vishnu sent this fragrance of the tulsi offered to his lotus feet. That tulsi offered to the lotus feet of Lord. Just by feeling the fragrance through the air came to the nostrils of the 4 Kumaras. Entered their nostrils. So the fragrance of the body of Lord and the tulsi offered to his lotus feet is so much fragrance, so much delicious, amazing fragrance. When entered the nostrils of 4 Kumaras, the 4 brahmacharis, these 4 Kumaras, they gave up and they started going to the direction of where that smell was coming from. They started running to that direction, to that place where the smell was coming. They became crazy. So I just want to say that if the smell, good smell of the body of Lord is so sweet, this fragrance from his body, what can I explain? This is about Vishnu, the fragrance of the lotus feet of Vishnu. And this good fragrance of the tulsi offered to the lotus feet of Vishnu. Even the 4 Kumaras gave up the Brahma again. And they started running towards the Lord. What can be bigger than Bhagavad? The Laitavadis say they are Brahma, they want to merge in Brahma. But after attaining to this fragrance of the lotus feet of Vishnu, all these 4 Kumaras, they give up Brahma again and started going to the direction of Vishnu. But the fragrance of Krishna is even more than the fragrance of Vishnu. So the fragrance of Ramachandra feet is higher than the fragrance of Vishnu. Fragrance of Dwaraka Krishna higher than the Ramachandras, and the fragrance of Krishna is Krishna's fragrance is much more than Dwaraka Krishna, but Srimati Radhika's fragrance is more than Krishna's fragrance even. At the 4th chapter, Krishna himself said, all the universes, Krishna says, become completely fragrant and crazy just by the smell of my body fragrance. But when I feel this smell of the body of Srimati Radhika, I become crazy. So the fragrance of body of Srimati Radhika is higher than the body fragrance of Krishna. More, like better, even much more. That's why Prabhupada Saraswati Pada wrote one sloka about the glories of the fragrance of body of Srimati Radhika. Prabhupada Saraswati Pada says in this shloka, humbly, with humility, he's saying, many great yogis, gyanis, austerities people. Krishna is very rare to all of these people, yogis, people who do austerity, gyanis. But now this Krishna, Krishna is rare to all the yogis, gyanis, etc. But now this Krishna is so much hankering for Srimati Radhika, feeling separation from Srimati Radhika. Krishna, when Krishna can smell this fragrance from body of Srimati Radhika, Krishna says, "Hey, air, Pavana Devata," this means the air. Air, your life is successful. Why? Because you are flowing and also you are touching the cloth of Srimati Radhika and bringing to me this fragrance of her body. So I pay my obeisances just to the direction where Srimati Radhika stands. To the direction she stands, I pay my obeisances. Again and again, my obeisances. What is the meaning? One time, Radha and Krishna, both lover and beloved, they were having Prima Vilas, Amar's pastimes on the banks of Radhakunda, where the Sangam Sthal means the junction of Radhakunda and Krishna Kunda. And the Govinda both were there, laughing, joking. In this moment, suddenly Srimati Radhika felt, I had to keep man. Man has no reason. I had to keep man, causeless man. This man had no reason. Then Manini Srimati Radhika, she left Krishna and went away with tears in her eyes. Krishna said, Radha, what happened? She said, I don't have nothing to do with you. You're a cheater. Tell me what happened. No, I'll not tell. And then she left. Srimati Radhika was in man, angry, and left. Krishna was chasing her, but she said, don't chase me, don't follow me, stay there, don't come after me. Just like in the cinema we can see. The beloved is going and the lover is coming behind following, and she said, don't come after me, I'll beat you, don't come. So in this way also Srimati Radhika, she was angry with Krishna in this man stage. Krishna was hopeless. And Krishna was in that place of Radhakunda thinking what to do. Srimati Radhika was in the other side of Radhakunda, under some tree, sitting or standing and crying so much. Srimati Radhika crying so much. Krishna in one bank of Radhakunda, Srimati Radhika in the other bank of Radhakunda. Now what to do? Srimati Radhika, flow of tears from her eyes. Krishna tried so much to break the man of Srimati Radhika, but all of his endeavors were failed. And in these moments, the wind, the Pavana Devata means the wind, the veil of Srimati Radhika, The wind was like playing with her veil. It's like moving her cloth. The wind was blowing and moving her cloth. Krishna sing this thing. The wind, Pavana Devata now, today how? Is playing with the cloth of Srimati Radhika. Krishna said, I cannot even go to her. I cannot even touch her cloth, not touch her. Krishna said, and this fragrance of body of Srimati Radhika four kinds of ingredients: kumkum, aguru, chandan, sandalwood, aguru, kumkum. Four kinds of ingredients that make very nice fragrance. And also the camphor. They give this sugandha, this sweet fragrance. So these four things: kumkum, karpur, camphor, chandan, sandalwood. So the sweet fragrance from body of Srimati Radhika was coming to of course, to her cloth, was also the same smell in her cloth. And who was touching this? Who was blowing with this? The wind. But the wind was bringing this sweet smell through the wind. The fragrance of Srimati Radhika body was in her cloth. And this cloth fragrance, veil of Srimati Radhika, the wind was blowing and bringing this smell towards the nose of Krishna. When Krishna smelled this fragrance, Krishna said, wind, your life is successful, O air. For two reasons. First, you are playing with the cloth of Srimati Radhika. And second, you are also bringing this good, delicious fragrance to me. So I only pay my obeisance to the direction of Srimati Radhika standing. Again and again do my pranams to that direction. This shloka is so beautiful. It's a shloka from Radharasa Sudanindi. Glory to Srimati Radhika. So sweet. The Supreme Absolute Person, the Lord of Infinite Universes. Now, so controlled by the love of Srimati Radhika, he looks like a lusty person. He's bowing his head to the feet of Srimati Radhika and begging for love. What is this? Look. Smaragarala Karna. This sloka is written on the walls here, just in front of my door. Jatkin Karisham Prabhupada Saraswati. His Tunga Vidya in Brajalila, but in Mahaprabhu Lila. He's Prabhupada Saraswati. He describes so beautifully the goddess of Srimati Radhika. Srimati Radhika is in Man. What does Krishna do? Krishna is standing on the entrance of the at the entrance of the Kunja, and Krishna is praying. Kakubani means. So like humble. Krishna is like begging, like so much humble to the feet of the servants of Srimati Radhika at the entrance of the Kunja. He's like offended. Krishna is like too much like emotional and praying to the feet of the servants of Srimati Radhika. And he's saying, please forgive me. Shikhanda Moli, Krishna who always used the peacock feather on his head. Brahma and great demigods, they bow their heads to his feet. Now this Supreme Lord person, Krishna, what to speak of bowing his head to the feet of Srimati Radhika. He's bowing his head to the servants of Srimati Radhika. And he said, please bring my prayer to Srimati Radhika. He tells the Sakis. And the Sakis say, they chastise Krishna. They with their fingers, they're chastising Krishna, pointing. Gordo. And also Vishwanath Chakravarti, our Vishwanath Chakravarti explains so beautifully. That's why it says, Maranhão. I want to be just like I want to be one broomstick of the broom of Srimati Radhika. If I be born just like a broomstick, my life will be successful. Quero ser uma cerda da vassoura, minha vida vai ser bem sucedida. A cerda da vassoura do Kunja. What is the meaning? To become a servant of Srimati Radhika and to serve her is so rare. It's not only rare, it's sudurla, but it's very, very rare. So beautiful. After that, what happened? So the Sakis didn't allow Krishna to go inside. Then Krishna, he was like failed. All his endeavors failed. Then Krishna, he left that place, came to the banks of Jamuna. Krishna suffering in separation of Srimati Radhika, thinking how to meet her. Nobody helped him. All the Sakis, they were chastising Krishna and saying, go from here, you're a hypocrite. Even Lalita Devi told, go. Lalita teaches Srimati Radhika how to behave with Krishna. Sorry, hey Radhe, he's a hypocrite, he's a cheater. Now he's all humble to you and falling at your feet and like this. But then he cheats you. Don't give up your bhav. Be like that, be angry with him. So no Saki helped him. Then Krishna came to the banks of Jamuna, thinking, how can I meet my beloved Srimati Radhika? Then Purnamasi Devi came. And so Krishna told everything to Purnamasi. Purnamasi Devi said, okay, Krishna, it's not a problem, I'll send to you Vrinda Devi. Then Vrinda Devi came. When saw Vrinda Devi, Krishna said, Vrinde, you are the only way, my only hope to meet Srimati Radhika. Krishna told Purnamasi, what should I do? Sorry, to Vrinda Devi. And then Vrinda Devi told Krishna, don't worry, I will help you to meet Srimati Radhika. Just by listening to this, Krishna had so much hope in his heart. This hope came to Krishna's heart. The rays of hope came to Krishna's heart. And said, Vrinda, okay, tell me what to do. Then Vrinda Devi told, become my disciple. Okay, whatever you say, I will follow. Krishna told to Vrinda Devi. Like in the Gita, Bhagavan says, Arjuna told to Krishna, like this. So Krishna said, okay, I will become your disciple. Yes, whatever you tell, I will follow. If you want to beat me, beat me. If you want to keep him with cloth, whatever you do, you can do. Okay. Krishna said, hey Vrinde, whatever you say, I will follow. Okay. So give me your flute first. But Krishna said, the flute is everything to me. Give me your flute. Okay, so Vrinda Devi took the flute. What else I need to do? Okay, do one thing. Don't be like all this bending, because you're too much bending, torto, você é todo torto. You should be straight. You're like straight pose, not all curved, Krishna, okay, he said straight. You're beautiful, so curling hair. Shave that. Cut your hair. Not cut, you have to shave your head. Shave your head. Completely shave your hair. No, not small hair. Shave. Completely take out. Understand? Govinda said, okay, I accept you as my guru, I have to follow what to do. If I want to meet Srimati Radhika, I have to do this. Okay, what else I need to do? Do one thing. Cover your dark body. How? I'll tell you. Vrinda Devi said, go. There's some beautiful lotus flower in the Jamuna. Take this lotus flower and take the pollen of the lotus. It's like they're white. And put this lotus pollen all over your body. Then you'll become golden color, your skin. So now Govinda is golden color. Completely. On his body is golden color. So what I shall have to do now? Do one more thing. What? Use some saffron cloth. Give up your yellow cloth. Pitambar. Use a cloth of sannyas. Govinda said, okay. So now he took some cloth of sannyas. What I have to do more? What? Which kind? Jodi? Keep one bag of donation under your arm. What else I need to do? Use that thing to play. Khandini. It's like some small instrument you put in your hand and you play like this. Some people used to play like this, like very small, like a small kartal, but making some noise, like. So, what else I need to do? Oh, this is so beautiful, your sannyas cloth. Nobody will recognize you. Vana told to Krishna, now go to the Kunja where Srimati Radhika is there. Go there and stay near there, and I'll teach you one song. You sing one song. Which one? You sing, oh Radhe, for your love, Krishna became a beggar, going from door to door. Krishna is begging from door to door. So just sing this song. It's a kirtan, saying these words. Who wrote? Gaur Govind? Srila Gaur Govind Goswami Maharaj wrote this. The essence of the kirtan was, Hey Radhe, for your love, today Krishna took sannyas and he's going from door to door, begging for donation. And he was like singing this from very beautiful melody everywhere. Then Krishna was with sannyas cloth and his shaved head, and so beautiful his golden complexion, and also his saffron cloth, his golden complexion color. When Srimati Radhika, she was in Kunja doing man, so nearby, Krishna was coming just like a bumblebee, like all the time coming nearby, chanting this song, singing that song. Srimati Radhika, she did man, and she was sitting in man. And then this moment, in the Kunja there are some small holes, and you can see through. So through these holes, Srimati Radhika was looking how this sannyasi was doing the kirtan. Which kirtan he was doing? Radha, for your love, Krishna today is going from door to door, asking for donation. Krishna took sannyas and is going from door to door today. Listening to this, Srimati Radhika, she thought, oh, this kirtan is so beautiful. Srimati Radhika, she started crying. And then this last verse of Shikshastakam. What is the last sloka of Shikshastakam? Ashli Seva Padaratam So this last sloka of Shikshastakam, I told you have to memorize the slokas of Padishantam and Shikshastakam. So Krishna can embrace me, or he can kick me, or walk over me. He can give me darshan or not. Or even if he plays with other women, just to show to me on my face, doesn't matter. He's always the Lord of my life. So saying this, Srimati Radhika was crying. Actually, we say that this sloka is from Mahaprabhu, but actually this sloka came from whose lotus mouth? From Srimati Radhika's lotus mouth. Lampart means that person who is not with his wife and is like enjoying with other women, like a debauchee. He can be a lampart, a debauchee, anything. But still, he's the Lord of my life. I cannot give him up. Saying this, Srimati Radhika was crying and crying. Then Govinda, with sannyas cloth, coming behind, around that kunja again and again, singing that song. Lalita understood. Lalita said, oh, Krishna can cover up everything, but not his fragrance of his body. Like his smell, you know? Like when Mahaprabhu came to Vrindavana. When Mahaprabhu came to Vrindavana, Mahaprabhu is Krishna. Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, he wrote, when Mahaprabhu was in Bahulavan, in Vrindavana, when Mahaprabhu sat there, the cows were coming and even licking the body of Mahaprabhu because they were feeling the smell of Krishna, the fragrance of Krishna. So the cows came, even the animals, also birds, they were chasing behind Mahaprabhu because they were feeling the fragrance of Krishna from his body. Cannot hide. I'll tell you something true. One man and one woman. Okay, first one. So both men and woman, one of each time, went to the bathroom and went out. You understand? Who came and who went? Because the smell of the person stays in the bathroom, like in the place, you know, you can see. Understand? Like one man and one woman, different time, they came to the bathroom and went out. If you go after, you understand who came there, man or woman, because the smells of the body is different. Did you understand my example? In the bathroom. So one woman went to the bathroom and went out. Then you go to the bathroom. You also feel the smell of the lady body of the lady there. And if one man comes there, then if the woman goes later to the bathroom, she will understand, oh, who came here before me, a woman or a man? Because the smell of the person's body stays there. Even in this material world, each person has one different fragrance of body, and this body stays there. The fragrance of a woman body and man body is different. So what can I tell about transcendental world? Even in material world, this exists. So when Mahaprabhu, he is Krishna, he tried to cover his collar. Okay, he was covering his collar of his skin. Ramananda understood. When Mahaprabhu met, Ramananda met Mahaprabhu. Ramananda asked, can I ask one thing, Prabhu? Ramananda said, first I saw your form of sannyas. First I saw your form as a sannyas. But now what do I see? Your body is actually Krishna. It's dark and you are Krishna himself, and you're just covered by the color of Srimati Radhika. Covered by Srimati Radhika. Then I saw Krishna and Srimati Radhika, and I saw that you are actually covered by the Srimati Radhika. So actually you are Krishna. You're just covered by Srimati Radhika. Srimati Radhika's complexion. Then Mahaprabhu said, Ramananda, I know. Sabhava Bhattacharya told me that you are Mahabhagavat, and exactly the symptom of Mahabhagavat is like this. I'm a Bada Jiva, and you're saying that I'm Krishna. Ram. You think that Krishna can, the Jiva can become Krishna? A Jiva can become God? What are you saying? Then Ramananda said, Prabhu, don't cheat me. Please tell me without duplicity. Honestly tell me. Then Mahaprabhu left, smiled, and showed to Radha Rasaraj Mahabhav Swarup. Rasaraj is Krishna, Mahabhav is Srimati Radhika. How both are meeting together and manifesting the form of Gauranga. Seeing this form, Radha Ramananda fainted. He fainted. So you can hide everything, but the smell from your body. How to hide your fragrance, the smell from your body? For example, your cloth, or in my cloth. If you put both in a washing machine together and dry them up, both they are white cloth. How you recognize which one is your cloth and mine? Just smell, and you see the smell. You can recognize yourself. You can recognize. Oh, this is my cloth, and this is your cloth, Maharaj cloth. For example, the cows. Even the cow. The cows also. They are smelling her own cows, and then they know, this is my cow. The cow, you know. For example, two cows gave birth to two cows at the same time. The cow will like smell the baby cow first and see, oh, this is mine, and then she'll like lick him. She'll not to the other calf of the cow. She'll not do that because from the smell she knows it's her baby calf. One more story I want to tell. So I was saying, then so Lalita understood that, oh, it's like a cheater sannyasi. So Srimati Radhika was repeating that sloka again and again and crying. Ajlisiva Padaratam, 8th sloka of Shikshastra. Lalita Devi, slowly. She calmed down. Srimati Radhika said, Srimati Radhika, be patient. You will meet with Krishna again. Be patient. Then Lalita Devi came outside, and that Sannyasi Thakur, what was Krishna's name now? Sannyasi Thakur. He was now Sannyasi Thakur. Shaves head. Lalita Devi. She understood. He's a cheater. He's the same person. So Lalita told Sannyasi Thakur, come here. He said, no, I don't want to speak to ladies. I don't speak to ladies. I'm a Nirapeksha sannyasi. I don't even speak with ladies. I do not. I never see even the face of a lady. Go. Sannyasi, please listen. Sannyasi Thakur. Which kirtan are you singing? This one? Yes, I'm begging alms. So again and again, he was just like near to of the Kunda of Srimati Radhika, just like a bumblebee, and singing that song. Lalita Devi said, Sannyasi Thakur, look, my Sakhi, she has some disease. Please, can you see her hands and tell what she should do? I don't see any hands. I don't see hands. I don't read hands. I'm a sannyasi. Do you think I'll read a lady's hand? I don't even go near ladies. Sannyasi, please, no problem. No. My friend is so unhappy. I don't know which karma from which life is coming to her. Please tell. How can her unhappiness go? Please tell. No, I don't read hands, he said. What to do then? Okay, I can say something if I read her forehead only. So he came to Srimati Radhika. So Lalita told to Srimati Radhika, came a sannyas who knows past, present, and future. He'll see your forehead and he'll tell the reason of your unhappiness. Srimati Radhika said, no, I don't see the mouth in the face of any other man, and I also don't show my face to any man. Lalita said, but he's not an ordinary sannyasi. He's a very high class sannyasi. Very high class sannyasi, no problem. He's very good sannyasi, very nice. No problem. Just open for 1 second your veil and show your face to him. He'll see your forehead and he'll tell all your sufferings will go away. After insisting so much, Srimati Radhika agreed. So Srimati Radhika came outside the kunja and sat down. Krishna came there. So when they opened a little bit the veil of Srimati Radhika, her veil. So abriu pouquinho o véu. So what is her destiny in the forehead? So when a little bit open her veil, the original form of Krishna manifested, and Radha and Krishna they met. So, and all the Sakis did Arati. A beautiful meeting of Radha and Krishna happened. So Krishna turned to Gauranga Swarup, and then Gauranga Swarup, Krishna came back becoming Krishna. When Srimati Radhika was in front of him, Krishna could not hide himself. Krishna